Answering financial questions from my email subscribers, part 1. Hey Charlie, my name's Laura. I'm 33. I currently have 360,000 in tax advantage retirement accounts, 280,000 in my taxable brokerage account, and $70,000 in a high yield savings account. The high yield savings account is earmarked for an emergency fund, a future down payment on a primary residence. I also want to later on invest in an investment property. Well, I don't view that portion of my portfolio as long term retirement as it's already earmarked for other things. So, my question is, should I be thinking more intentionally about boosting the balance in my taxable brokerage account as I want to retire early before age 59 and a half? Maybe around age 49 or 50. I also plan to let my tax advantaged retirement accounts continue compounding until later on, maybe my mid 60s. Love to hear how you think about balancing these two buckets versus maximizing tax advantaged growth and what trade offs, blind spots, or other things I might not fully be considering. Now, before I get into my answer, just know that this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Always do your own research and due diligence, but this is how I responded. If you're new here, I'm Charlie. I hit 7 figures in net worth by age 35, and I built a multi 6 figure investment portfolio from zero with no prior investing experience and no expensive financial advisors. So if you're interested in learning more about personal finance and investing without all the noise and hype, follow along. So in my opinion, you can leave your tax advantage retirement accounts alone for right now because with the current balance you have, if you just keep letting it compound, you're going to be crushing it in retirement. And honestly, if it were me, I would do exactly what you're thinking of in boosting that taxable brokerage account. So I always consider that account as a bridge between when I want to retire, because I also want to retire early, and 59 and a half when you can access your tax advantaged retirement accounts without penalty. The exception to this is the Roth account, which you can access your Roth contributions at any time, penalty free, but only the contributions, not any earnings. You've got $360,000 in your tax advantage retirement accounts, and let's say you don't touch those until you're age 65. So you have about 30 years of compounding left, which averaging around 8 to 9%, depending on your calculations. You'd be looking at having that account grow to $4 to $5 million by the time you're ready to utilize it. First question I would ask myself is, do I really need to add more to those tax advantage retirement accounts? Or is that going to be enough when I turn 65? So for the next 15 to 17 years or so, between ages 33 and 50, you have to ask yourself, what amount of money will I need in order to bridge the gap between age 50 and age 60? So if I were in your shoes, I would maybe reduce the amount that I was contributing to my tax advantage retirement accounts, or keep it the same. Definitely don't increase it. And then I would increase the contributions I'm making into my taxable brokerage account. And I would invest that money that's going into my taxable brokerage or bridge account very normally. I would not go crazy and pick a bunch of individual stocks or crypto or penny stocks, anything like that. I would invest it in broad, low-cost, diversified index funds, something that tracks the S&P 500 or the total US stock market, some international, maybe some bonds, depending on if you want that sort of safety net, something that's going to average you between 7 and 9% annualized returns over the long term. And with 280,000 currently in your taxable brokerage account, you can extrapolate that out and say you're getting 8 or 9% returns on that. That would turn into 1.1 million adjusted for inflation by the time you're 50. I'd argue that 1.1 million is a pretty good nest egg. It might not cover everything you need in retirement, but it's a really good start. And over the next 15 to 17 years, you're just going to keep adding money to that. So it's going to continue to grow. That's how I answered Laura, my email subscriber. Let me know in the comments if you would do something different and if you have a taxable brokerage account that you're using as a bridge until you hit age 59 and a half. And if you want me to answer your financial question in a future video, make sure you're signed up for my free weekly newsletter. The link is in my bio.